And we are live. Welcome everyone. Alex will join us in 1 minute. If you have some altcoin you want us to review, don't hesitate to put them in the chat.
We have your life.
We are live, yeah.
Oh, okay. So this time today, I mean, we did the stream 1 day later.
Yeah.
Yep. Arnold was enjoying some of those vacations.
For my third birthday, 33rd. I don't know.
That was nice, man. Nice. I hope you had a nice one, man.
Yep, obviously.
So I guess you partied hard, huh? During
Not so hard, you know.
I would
I have
party.
to be wise at my age now.
Through that. I mean, I would party with you, man, but I'm so sick. Like, jeez. So I'm gonna apologize in advance for the quality of my voice. I mean, I already did a video today, which was uploaded up on the YouTube, and the quality of that in that video about my voice is not the best. So I do apologize about that, but I'm sorry, I cannot currently help myself, and the show must go on, as they say, right? Because I mean, we have some good bullish times ahead of us. At least it looks like that we do, right? So I do hope we're gonna catch some of those goody trades, right? I mean, among the many trades that we have shown in the past, or worked in the past, are now playing out quite beautifully. So I mean, hopefully there's gonna be tons of opportunities now, right?
Yep.
So what is your prediction, Arnold, for the Bitcoin? What do you think?
I think now we are up for a pullback for sure. We got reject just below 11.5k.
Yeah.
So I will say
It
10,
actually,
10.9
yeah, it
will be.
actually did quite beautifully from our area that we did once on the live stream. And right now, as we already said, it's gonna be waiting over here. So let's do a little bit. So wait, first of all, last stream we had it on 6th, yep, 6th of October. Let's see, 6th of, yeah, okay, so it was around here, but we're like still.
Hello Satoshi.
Oh, Satoshi, of course. He's the first one to write something. Of course, yes, guys, if you got any questions, we will still be answering them. I mean, we can still do coin analysis, even though my voice is poor, as I said. I can still do TA. I'm not totally incapable of trading. I'm not 100% in trading at, like, I'm not 100% focused, that's for sure, because, with trading you kind of have to be at your best shape, to be really good. I mean, to kind of be in your A game. So yeah, if something is off in you, you're definitely gonna see the difference. And I am at sort of a stage where I'm kind of seeing the difference still, because I'm not fully healthy. So just staying away from trading for this week, but I can still do some analysis, obviously, right? I mean, that being sick doesn't make you dumb. That's what I'm trying to say, essentially, right? Yeah. So, I mean, previous week, we were on 6th of October. We were hanging right here. We were still pretty much in danger area. We had no fucking idea if we're gonna go up or we're gonna go down, right? And mostly, we were still leaning bullish because the setup right here were still bullish, right? And now, what we have experiencing right now, the spot where we fill the Bitcoin, yes, it can still be a dead cat bounce, but it's a lot less possibilities because we never ended underneath here. So yes, even though a lot of people are calling dead cat bounce, which I've seen on Twitter and stuff around, right? Chances for dead cat bounce are not that great as you might think, right? Because on the larger time frame, you haven't lost any levels. You haven't lost any major levels. So for that, my logically speaking, when people tell me, "Oh, it's dead cat bounce," I'm like, you might be right, but chances of that are much lower than what you may think of, right? Chances are not that great for you to get your dead cat bounce, and I don't really understand people, because at the end of the day, I see people now that were extremely bullish right, that were extremely bullish here are now extremely bearish after this happened. Like, I don't understand. We only moved, like, for now, I don't know, we only dropped for like 10% and your entire stance has totally changed, right? That makes no sense to me, right? You haven't lost anything on major time frames, you haven't done much, to be honest. I mean, 10% is basically nothing. How can somebody go from bull to bear? And you also have a lot of people who do quite an opposite, right? They realize down here right now that this is a bull market and they start smashing longs big time. I'm like, what? You know, like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you deciding that it's a bull market down here, right? I mean, like, what happened to all of this when you gained over this, right? Or when you gained over this, like, why haven't you decided to do this here or here, you know? Like, why have you waited till here and now Sunday when nothing is happening, you're just thinking, oh yeah, it's bull markets. Let's stop. Let's close those shorts down and start smashing loans big time, right? It also makes no changes. It also makes no sense. So if you switch your viewings in this sort of area from bull to bear or from bear to bull, I'm gonna tell you, like, shit, man, like, this is not a correct spot to do this. Like, this spot, I know it's been painful. I know it's lasted for like, what, 3 weeks or actually a month.
Yeah, months. I would
Yeah.
say that.
There's nothing. There's nothing down here. There's nothing down here that should flip your stance on bull or bear. There's nothing happening down here. This is just a sideways noise in this sort of case. This is just noise, right? Now, realistically speaking, we are bullish all the way to down here, which we mentioned many times, and we never even touched down here, which is better, to be honest. It's better that we haven't touched down here because alts would have been wrecked even more than they are. Now, what needs to happen for us to stay bullish, right? So now that we pushed, the first resistance point was here, right? Which I think we added on the chart. So at the point where it touched here, I was like, come on, let's push it farther. I mean, higher, right? Because here, if you push it here, you can go all the way back here and then wait for it. And then again, if you go all the way back here, we're going to be in that sweat area. And again, we're going to have issues and we're not going to know, are we bullish, are we bearish, or should I say small time frame, not high time frame, right? Are we going down? Are we going up? Again, it's going to be a sweat area. I'm going to be waiting if this position holds or not, or what are you going to do, right? So right now, it's a lot better than we actually went and pushed all the way to up here, right? This is even though it's just a week, I do like it that we pushed all the way to up here, which is basically where we pushed to the middle of this entire structure, which is something I do like, right? Now you have a couple of scenarios when you look at it like this, right? So the best kind of scenario is you do a little sideways here and you start smashing over to 12,500 like up here, right? So you start feeling this gap that was left before this drop, right? That was tested left before the drop and it dropped. You start testing that gap again, so which is about from 12,100 to 12,500, something like that, or 400, right? You start feeling this gap in. If you start feeling this gap in without a pullback here, there is a chance that it might be a little bit bigger pullback, right? There is a chance that it might be a little bit bigger pullback before continuing up. And in this case, if you look at it, the pullback can be all the way down to like 11,500. So it's about almost $1,000 pullback, $700, $800 pullback, right? So it's a little bit bigger back. The second option then I see that you can do, right, is right now you hold it right here. Sorry, not hold it right here. You start rejecting it over here, over the middle of this previous structure, and you start withdrawing it down. And this is where you would exactly then want to stop. You can go lower than that, but this is where you want to stop. Because if you start stopping here and you start bouncing from here, this is actually quite bullish. Then is the last thing. What you want to do is now create a double top. You definitely want to then just moon through it and go all the way to up here. Which again, what's going to happen here is you either going to pull back all the way to down here, but most of the times, if you do this kind of pullback, you're going to do a little bit smaller one to like this and just start flying immediately, right? So then in that case, that is a lot better option. I do prefer the second option that I've shown you. I rather have consecutive pullbacks and testing of in each of every level that goes up, right? Like this. And then could just continue. Like this. Because the structure, overall structure, when you do it like this, it's a lot stronger, right? It's a lot stronger than your usual thing. But the thing is, this is what I like to call a perfect structure. You're not going to get that. Because if we got something like this, the trading would be too easy. Obviously, it can happen, but it's going to be rare, you know. And it's going to be, a structure like this is too easy, essentially, to trade. But still, when we go down here now, I would not want to go under this. This is definitely something I would want to hold, and for us just to continue, broke the top, not stop at a double top, just broke and go all the way up, and that would be kind of your, but I'm probably gonna say kind of one of your best scenarios, right? Then you also, if you want, now we all know that there's gonna be election times, so markets are gonna be absolutely crazy in the forex. I do remember 4 years back, same shit, you know, like basically when the elections were up, that month that the elections were up, it was a bitch to trade. It was a real bitch to trade, right? And I'm not gonna say it was so much crypto bitch to trade, but normal markets it was really bad. You know, it was really you were really struggling. So, anyways, now this position right here that is located here, you can withdraw all the way back to here. Like you're still bullish even if you retract all the way down here. But the thing is, you don't want to really go that deep, because if you go that deep, you're most likely gonna stop at a double top or a little bit under the top, right? You're most likely gonna stop here, and again, you're gonna have issues, and it's gonna take ages to break, right? So again, you're gonna have a lot of this sideways action, which could essentially take a month or at least 3 to 2 weeks, right? So again, it's not the best sort of a position that you want to be doing, right? But it is one of the possibilities of happening right now. So yes, so the first area for now to watch us, if you're not gonna continue right away, is definitely this. I'll mark it up. This is the first area to watch around. This is the second area to watch about. Both of these areas can be easily traded. That's what I'm saying. Both of these areas are worthy of trade. The way you approach these two areas is a little bit different. So this area, number one area, you can live catch it. So basically what you can do, you can go today on BitMEX, or I don't know, probably not BitMEX anymore because BitMEX is a little bit poor. I mean,
yeah, let's say FTX.
Yeah, FTX, yep. You can go here, set a trade, something like this, or even under this wick. That would be the safest stop loss, and set the trade to something like this, right? That is, you can already do that today, and sort of have forgotten this trade, because if it ever comes down here, I would knife catch it as well, right? But this trade, the second trade, is a little bit more tricky. You don't want to knife catch this one, because the problem is you have nowhere to put your stop loss, or if you do, the stop loss is going to be fat. So what you're going to have to do is to wait for the price to get in here, just like this week, right? And then go to like 5 or 7 minute time frame and pull a trade on something like this, right? On something like this, when it creates itself, you pull the long, and you get, by doing that, you get a much smaller stop loss, right? That would be the two areas that you now have to be watching for. If the price just continues to go up, then we're most likely going to be focusing an area. Where's my tool? So we're going to be focusing area from this top, right? From this top all the way to the top of this, right? So this is going to be your next area to watch, and this is basically where you should take profits, right? So it's about 300, about 300, $250 wide area right here. And this is the area where you absolutely have to take profits, because rejection here is gonna probably happen. It has a very high chances of rejection happening right here before going any higher. And then after we break something like this, you know, we start to kind of throw in our eyes again at our previous areas. As we spoke many times ago, we already said here that we are heading over towards 14k, and I still think 14k is gonna happen. If this like, I'm going for the 14k, which is gonna be hit. But there's no point of me talking about this today, because it's probably not going to be hit till the next week. I mean, judging by how long it took us to get from there to there, 6 days. So it's probably not going to be hit till the next week, right? Also checking out Ethereum. Oh yeah, we also talked about Ethereum. So again, Ethereum, as you can see, pretty much a little bit different, because Ethereum reacted a little bit differently. So we can remove the drawings here. With Ethereum, actually aiming for this spot right here. As you can see, I already talked about in the longs. So basically, if Bitcoin just did what we talked about, Ethereum is most likely gonna bounce somewhere around 420, 430. And this is kind of the area where Ethereum broke down the first time, you know. So it started breaking down. It tried to do a pullback, failed it, and bam, it just slammed it down, right? So this is sort of a position. This is sort of a position where you're gonna have to watch for the future, and it's most likely the position where it's gonna reject as well, Ethereum, right? Obviously, it's again, shit, sorry. Obviously, it's again an issue of how the Bitcoin dominant chart is going to look like and how the Bitcoin Ethereum is going to look like, right? We will check that one in a moment as well. Sorry, in a minute. So right now, this is going to be sort of a position that Ethereum is going to check, and you should probably take a TP as well on this one, because there's most likely going to be a pullback, and I'm not saying that Ethereum is not bullish anymore, but on this pullback, you can fill out your positions again. So what you can do is, frankly, you can capture a $20 move, essentially, right? You can capture $15 to $20 move, which is very much worth it, right? After that, Ethereum will see if Ethereum is going to pick up the pace again, because I do think DeFi's and farms and everything, they haven't probably said the last thing. I know they're on the downfall right now, but it's a very unlikely that they have said the last thing about them, right? So it still has good chances for you to capitalize them on the future. So what means that Ethereum transactions are going to go up again, and as they go up again, Ethereum is gonna go up with it in the price. So yeah, more money is gonna be made on Ethereum, right? And again, I don't know when the Ethereum 2.0 is coming out, but if it's gonna come out eventually, I mean, then people are gonna be really excited, and they're gonna jump aboard it and probably make it fly even more. And for Ethereum, yes, I am still aiming from like 550 to 600. Wait, I probably can't see it on this chart. Or it is, yeah. So I'm still aiming. I'm still aiming this area. So you can see about 600 to, around here. I'm still aiming at this area. So you can see about $600. I'm still thinking that Ethereum is gonna hit that area, and that would be a nice gap close where I would sold a portion of my Ethereum that I'm holding as well. It's a good profit target in this case. So let's check out Ethereum BTC to kind of see what the hell is going down there. Okay, so our position didn't get filled. It bounced before. Okay, so maybe if Ethereum is closing now back in, okay, if it's not gonna go fill our position, I'm still keeping this open. I'm gonna still keep this open, but now it gives me a little fade that it's gonna be filled, but I'm not gonna remove it yet because it says done nothing yet. Nothing that I would say that needs to be removed. For me, we still haven't gained this area. So if we start pumping from this all the way to up here, then I'll move this position higher and try to get a feel around this spot on Ethereum BTC. But for now, I'm still keeping my current trade because yes, this trade can still get filled. This trade is still possible, way less than it was before, but it's still quite much possible, and it's still not as bullish as one might think, right? It's not bearish, but it's definitely not as strongly bullish, right? You still have good chances of hitting that position. So we'll see how that one happens. Let's just check again on a little higher time frames. Yes, you can see there's a large opportunity to fill. Large. This Ethereum BTC is really falling behind. So we should see if we get filled down here. There's like at least 60 to 120% room to still go on the Ethereum BTC chart. So that's pretty good. So if BTC slowly goes up, Ethereum is going to go up as well, right? So it's going to be pretty good. Bitcoin T, how is our Bitcoin T holding? Okay, still nothing has changed. He's still in our area, so it can still go to up here, which would not be so good for alts. But again, market cap should increase if Bitcoin is going to go bullish. So essentially speaking, it's going to be good for alts sooner or later. But for now, it's still in the area, so we can't say that it's going to drop yet. It's not bearish as it speaks yet, right? So Satoshi says Binance Coin Futures. What is that, BNB? Binance Coin Futures?
Yeah, it was saying we can use Binance Future as well as FTX.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry.
Which is right.
Yeah. Okay,
Which is right,
so Binance Futures, BNB played out quite nicely. Look at that, right? Filled last TP hit, but here we didn't get filled on. If this second trade was filled as well, that would be insane, huh? Look at that. That would be on such a. It'd be 60% right here. Pretty good, huh? And this thing is bullish, goddamn. But you see, it's sort of is going to, like, for the first time it got up here, it rejected the same spot as I was just talking about with BTC, right? It came right here, like this is the price that sent them all the way to down here, and as you can see, as it weaked up there the first time, look at the pullback, right? it was like, what was that, like 25-30% pullback? Yeah. So you can see, right, this is the same thing as I was watching on Ethereum and Bitcoin, right? This is the danger spot. Now right now, looking at right now, it's gonna go for this. So that's still a nice increase. So if you're holding BNB for now, it's still good to go. Like, but you can also move your stop loss, right? You can also move your stop loss because right now BNB shouldn't go under this. Wait, yes, BNB shouldn't go under this anymore. Like it did its job. So if you got the stop loss, could have been moved now a lot higher, right? And probably save something on those as well. Okay, now can we please take a look at Atom? Well, we just did Atom today, right? So I don't think there's a point of us looking at it. Satoshi, I mean, we just made a whole video on Atom today. I know I sound a little bit poor in that video. I do apologize for that. But basically what I was talking in there is this, you know, overcoming this, and we haven't overcome it yet. But we can still get filled down here. I mean, this is sort of what you need to hold right now for you to continue. So it's a really aggressive position. So if this gets filled on this, I would just go for this. And in this case, I said I'm aiming for a higher profit target just because I'm expecting a bull market, nothing else, right? So I don't really have any better reason for why I'm aiming so high for the first profit target. But then the one that I'm actually just hoping for a bull market, right? So nothing too smart I could comment about it, you know? You can say that I'm going for a limb there, and it's probably not a move that I would endure correct, as I would tag correct in my rule book. But some of those times, you know, it actually pays off to go for a little bit of a bigger push. I mean, you see the markets are looking wonderful. I mean, the time is right. So, and October was usually always a good month in crypto. So I do think it's good, right? But yes, as November rolls out, yes, elections could very much bury the crypto as well, you know. Don't underestimate what's it called, elections. Oh, and he said BNB USDT, I didn't even see, so I just did BNB USDT as well. So yes, Satoshi, as I said, BNB USDT is still bullish. It's still bullish. You can move the stop loss up, but I would still wait it, and I wait for it to hit like $35. And while you do it, you can probably, if you're holding BNB, you can take, you can actually go and you can farm on their launchpad, right? I mean, their launchpad has projects which you can use BNB to farm with and actually get some passive income, right? So if you're just holding them, you don't have to just hold them. You can actually use them in between to farm those things, make some passive income, and it's totally safe because obviously it's all done on Binance platform, right? You don't have to do some shady ass farms outside that could potentially rug pull you, right? So potentially you can make some of that side income, right? And then after the price comes up there, you sell some, right? XMR. XMR. So I think I was checking this one before, and yes, this one pumped a lot. So captured it down here. Failed to capture it here because, as you can see, it had really just about bounced from me away. And you know, to this point is, I mean, the positioning is, yeah, you would say where to long it, but it's for me it's so overextended right now that I would not long it anymore up here. Like, I do not wish, at least not on this chart. Let me see if there's any other chart. USD. Let's see if Bitfinex chart is any better. Okay, so okay. Oh, so this looks very similar to Ethereum. So it still has place to go. Still, but not that much space, to be honest. Like, this is sort of what I would say a hard rejection point. But that's still like 15 to 20%. Yeah, I would not be trading this anymore. Like, this is went too far. I should have gotten filled down here. That was the position I was waiting for. Now that it escaped me, I would stay abstinent from it. I wouldn't be entering anymore. Maybe if it comes down here, then I would be entering here. Wait, let me see what kind of stop loss are we talking about down here. Yeah, 8%, or that could go, or 9.5 if you do it safe. So that could go, right? But again, you don't have that much space left. So the first profit target is going to be then here. And then the last profit target, right? I would aim it then high. If it's, oops, I would aim it to like like where I just put my spot at it, right? Yeah. Oops. Something like here, yeah. It's about 30% or 3.7 R. Not, I mean, it's still pretty good, but the risk, I think the risk is kind of high with this one because it's overextended by now. I mean, I don't like when they go like this, you know? Like when they go like this, they usually pull back hard as well, you know? They usually pull back hard as well. So what I do think is this trade can still be filled. That's the funny thing. This trade is still possible to get filled. I'm not gonna lie, man. So yeah, it's still possible that we hit this one in the future, or perhaps even this one down here. It is still quite possible on a structure like this. I don't like it at all because I mean it's usually means troubles in those alts. Do you trade SXP as Binance? Oh yeah, this is this one. That we said if Bitcoin week is going down, and look at it go. Arnaud, you still remember that one? So wait.
Yep, the special note, yeah.
Okay, so this was the. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, this still has no setup. This still has no setup. Like we already said here that we're waiting for setup. I think that was previous week, right? We already said that we are waiting for setup here because I was seeing. Oh yeah, and then I told the guy to message me again for this week so I can check it out. I mean, it's still pretty poor, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's still pretty poor. Like right now, you have to absolutely hold this. If you want anything to do with this coin, you gotta have to hold this, you know, and then start gaining above this left side. Then you can maybe have a chance to do something with this coin. But for now, I still don't see a trade at it. Like this coin is still pretty much dead from this perspective. I'm not sure at what kind of market cap the coin is sitting, right? What was it? SXP, right? Swipe. Okay, judging by that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would not touch this shit, man. Like shit. So it still has 100 million market cap, and it's sitting like this. You know, I'm not a big fan. Like I don't see anything problem with the volume. I do think it's being market made, right? So if it's being market made, I'm not sure why it's not pushing up. Maybe the sell pressure is that big that it's not pushing up, you know. So it's actually quite dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not the biggest fan of this coin, to be honest. But yeah, so the sell pressure could be immense on this one. I'm not sure. Maybe they're releasing new tokens. That could be that fact. I'm not sure. But the sell pressure is still pretty bad. Oh my gosh, Arnaud. So this one got failed, huh? So we used 12. Okay, so we used 12% stop loss. Where do we put stop loss under here?
Yeah, it was stopped.
Okay, so we put it on. Oh yeah, I can see. So it was just first profit. I know. God damn. Let's see. Oh, it's 26%. That was actually a nice profit. God damn. Okay. What can we do about this trade now? How do we capture it now? Yeah, right now I'm afraid we already missed it because right now this was sort of a fill spot. And you know, this red candle is kind of nasty because this red candle absolutely filled it already. So right now you see what happens here. Maybe you still can get filled here, and you know it can still go. And you put your stop loss under this. So in this case, if I use this, it's about 7% this time around. Stop loss. So it's still possible. And then I would keep the first profit target. How much R is that? Yeah, 1.5 R. That's good. 3. Yeah, I would still leave it like this. But damn, that RSR crashed heavily. God damn. How much was that? 75% pullback. God damn it. Well, I actually went up 2000%. Okay. Okay, that makes it logical then. Actually, I don't know why it went up so much, but okay. Makes it logical then. So this is still a pretty much small reaction to compare how much it pulled back. So I'm gonna stay. Okay, this trade could be playable. This trade can be playable pretty much. Yeah. Okay, guys, so do you have any more questions? If not, we pretty much covered all of the questions and main points of the market. So I guess we can slowly wrap this one up, and still, you know, because I got a little bit raspy voice, I can't talk too much. And it's just the stream a little bit sooner, right? As well. I do apologize for that, but I hope that next week I'm gonna be in a lot better shape, to be honest. When I'm gonna come to it, right? Yeah. So, I mean, but there were a lot of trades that played out as well. Not like XTZ. I was watching XTZ. It was pretty nice. XTZ. You know, XTZ was pretty nice here.
Yeah, indeed.
Buy SAP at oh shit, let me see SAP. I think my friend just took a trade today on this one at 3,300. Oh shit, no bro, I would not be buying it there anymore, man. No siree. Oh, we go down here again. This is gonna be bad for this one. The structure, a lot of structure. If I now see that it's gonna go down here, no way, man. Oh boy, that would look bad. If I can imagine, I would definitely not buy it here, man. Send it to, no, I'm not saying send it to zero. I mean, it's not double top yet. You can see still I'm missing a lot, right? But like, I would not be buying it if it goes that deep. That is not where I would buy it. If I was buying it, that would be my last buy point. Like 3,400. There's not. I wouldn't be buying it anymore down here. That is that would be quite a bad spot in this situation of how everything has formed out. To be honest, to be doing something like this. But okay, elections are. I'm not gonna say shit can happen. You know, like I'm saying in November, the standard market, you know, especially the forex and all this shit, it's gonna be hectic. You know, it's not gonna be nice at all. Like, this is gonna be ugly as well, you know. So yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of how are you gonna say, a lot of this shit. Well, usually it's like this, and you know, doing some this and some. It's gonna be just up and down, especially you're gonna be seeing that shit on lower time frames, right? As you can see, there's gonna be a lot of these wicks, and it's really hard to trade wicks like that, right, compared to a sideways action like this, right? This is more suitable action for forex, but then you scroll in and you see this shit, right? I mean, it's a lot harder to trade, so that's already, it's gonna be a lot more of this. So yeah, people are, you know, too much into news, so this shit happens then, you know. Oh yeah, sorry, Link. Monster just said we could check Link. Link was one of the masterpieces. Yep, Link was my masterpiece that even got me banned from one channel for talking about it. Telling people to short up there got me banned, guys. But look at this, right? Short it up there, long it down here, perfectly set up, like perfect. Right now, still waiting on this if it's gonna get hit. Still waiting on this. For now, nothing bad on Link. You can also move the stop loss from here to here quite comfortably. So yeah, nothing to say more about Link. I mean, it's definitely still in a good shape. It's holding the good areas right now, but it's hopefully it's gonna hit 14 bucks, or say 13 bucks 550, and this is where I'm gonna sell most of it. Gonna get rid of it out of the window there. So yeah, guys, thank you for following our stream, right? I guess we will end it up here.
And see you next week, same time, guys.
Yeah.
No. Tuesday.
No, next week, on Tuesday next week, yeah. So next week at 20th, Tuesday at, again, 3 p.m. UTC time. So
yep.
We'll be seeing you then. Take care and see ya.